Guys, the UK water supply is absolutely critical. It's very close to breaking, and I've been talking about this for absolutely months. Nobody seems to understand the actual consequences of this situation with the water, and nobody seems to want to talk about it, guys. Okay, the only people who are talking about it, and they're talking about Thames Water. So let me read an article here from the Evening Standard. A £200 Thames water bill increase is one thing, but for this level of service. So what they're saying now is, from the article, that it's looking like Thames Water is going to have to increase their, increase their bill yet again. And they're actually giving out a substandard product, and they're not disposing of wastewater properly. And this is what you get when you only have one supplier. And I've been saying this and saying the same message for so long, guys, okay? When you only have one supplier, there's no incentive for those guys to reinvest their profits to give you guys a better service. They just give those profits then to the shareholders. And I think people who own Thames Water are actually Chinese. So, take of that what you want. What I do feel, though, I feel this Thames Water thing is the canary in the, it's the canary down the mine. I think every water company is in a similar situation. We just don't know about it yet. And what I will say, this the population of the UK is rising drastically, and nobody's investing in the water infrastructure. And at some point, we are going to run out of water because nobody's building new reservoirs. Nobody's investing in new pipes. Nobody's building that infrastructure that you would need to support that community. It's all well and good, building new houses, building, new blocks of flats, apartments, whatever you want to call them. The reality is there's no law or legislation, certainly none that I know of, that says, hey guys, you know what? You guys are going to build a new housing estate there. Right, you also need to invest in new water infrastructure, because there's no more reservoirs getting built, certainly none that I know of. And the more people that come, the more houses that are put online onto this grid, onto this water matrix, the more people that are going to be drawing out of those already low reservoirs. And obviously, the more people who are using water, the more people who are creating waste water. So that has a double effect. First of all, it puts extra strain on the water that needs to be cleaned, to be put back into the rivers. And it also puts strain on the water that's in the reservoirs, that's in, in storage facilities, that then comes through to our taps. And the situation is just getting worse and worse. And this Thames Water, what we're seeing now, wherever you live in the UK, you can pretty much guarantee that your water supply is as critical as this. So let's just read from the article. Here we are. Now, this sounds ridiculous, guys, but just listen to this. So most Thames Water customers demand only two things from their supplier. One, clean, drinkable water, which you would think that Thames Water are supplying. And the company deals with the wastewater and returns it into the rivers clean. Now, as per this report here, the wastewater that Thames Water are putting back into the River Thames the number of E. coli that's in that water is nearly 10 times higher than recommended levels. So Thames Water are basically failing on every level that they can fail. And what's their response to this mass failure? They're going to charge you more for their failures. Guys, somebody needs to be accountable for this water. Water companies need to reinvest back into their water system so these things don't happen. Because you know what? Without water, we don't have anything. We don't have no crops. We can't drink. We can't eat. There's so much stuff comes from water. And living in the Western world, in a developed country, we kind of take being able to turn that tap on for granted. But the reality is, the further we move forwards in, in life, in whatever we're living through at the moment, the less likely it is in the UK that we're going to have a guaranteed, guaranteed safe, clean drinking water, which is what we've all grown up with. Again, more people turning their taps on doesn't just mean more people who want to drink more water, more people's washing, more people's waste, more people going to the toilets, more, and it just builds up to it. And if we're not reinvesting into water infrastructure, this problem is just going to get worse. Guys, don't forget to like and follow and subscribe. Really helps me out when you do that. Thank you.